Let's compare the fractions 1/5 and 2/5, and you're trying to figure out which one is bigger. Now remember, with fractions there's two parts. So every fraction has a numerator and every fraction also has a denominator, and it's important to know what each of those mean. So the numerator is how many pieces you actually get. So I cut up a cake and I'm going to get one piece in this case. Over here I'm going to get two pieces. So that's how many pieces you actually get. But the denominator is how many pieces that cake was split up into to begin with. So if you have to get a cake and split it into a bunch of pieces, they're going to be pretty small. But if you get a cake and you're only sharing with like one friend and you cut it in half, it's going to be pretty big. So in this case, I like to picture one whole like cake or brownie or chocolate bar, something like that. We'll use this one on the left for 1/5. Coming over to the 2/5, and that's what that looks like, right? Let me zoom in a little so you can see the whole thing. So you take that brownie, cookie, whatever, and you're going to split it into however many pieces the denominator says you have to split it into. So I have to share with 5 total people. But you know what? Both of these fractions actually have the same denominator. So the pieces are going to be the same size no matter what. It's very easy to compare fractions if the denominator is the same, because that means when you split up the cake, you're splitting it up the same way. I have to share with 5 people on this side. I have to share with 5 people on this side. So now let's go back to that numerator, and we're saying how many pieces you get. On this side, you get 1 piece. On this side, you get 2 pieces. Now, normally comparing fractions, you have to use that denominator to see what size the pieces are going to be. But in this case, the cakes got split up the same way because I only had to share with 5 people on the left and I shared with the same amount of people on the right. So they got split up into fifths either way. So then you just have to ask yourself, what's more, 1 piece or 2 pieces? So now we're going to draw our greater than or less than symbol. And I like to think of it as a Pacman, and Pacman is going to eat the bigger fraction. So there's 2 options. You can open up and eat that way or that way. And this is our bigger fraction. So I'm going to draw our Pacman eating the bigger fraction. 2/5 is greater than 1/5 because the denominator is the same, and 2 pieces is more than 1 piece.